Picture this. It's 480 BC. A Spartan warrior stands at Thermopylae, shield raised, surrounded by thousands of Persian soldiers. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't hesitate. Why? Because his discipline isn't something he feels, it's something he is. It's been hammered into his very bones through years of relentless conditioning. Now flash forward to you, right now, in 2026. You've got goals rotting in the Notes app on your phone, promises you made to yourself last January that you've already broken. You want discipline, but you keep waiting for motivation to strike like lightning. Here's the truth the ancient Spartans understood that we've forgotten. Discipline isn't built on feelings, it's built on structure, it's built on layers, it's built on armor. Today, I'm going to show you the exact 3-layer armor method, a system forged from Stoic philosophy and Spartan warrior culture that will transform you from someone who talks about discipline into someone who embodies it. This isn't theory, this isn't motivation, this is architecture for your mind. Let's begin. Introduction: the discipline delusion. Before we dive into the 3 layers, we need to destroy a lie that's been keeping you weak. Most people think discipline is about willpower. They think it's about being tough enough, motivated enough, or having enough mental strength to push through when things get hard. So they watch motivational videos, they get pumped up, they tell themselves this time it's different, and then 3 days later they're back to their old patterns. Why? Because they're trying to build a fortress with motivation, and motivation is made of mist. It evaporates the moment things get difficult, the moment you're tired, the moment life punches you in the face. The Spartans didn't train their warriors with motivational speeches. They trained them with systems, with layers of conditioning that made discipline automatic. When a Spartan warrior faced death at Thermopylae, he didn't need to feel motivated. His training took over. His structure carried him. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But here's what most people miss. That power over your mind doesn't come from willpower. It comes from building the right armor. The 3-layer armor method gives you that structure. 3 layers of protection that shield you from your own weakness, from distraction, from the chaos of modern life. Each layer builds on the last, creating an impenetrable defense that makes discipline inevitable. Let's forge the first layer. Layer 1, the outer armor. Identity architecture. The outer layer is your shield wall. It's the first line of defense, and it's all about one thing: who you are. Here's a psychological truth that will change everything. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your identity. Think about it. If you identify as someone who tries to work out sometimes, you'll work out sometimes. If you identify as someone who should probably eat healthier, you'll eat healthy when it's convenient. But if you identify as a Spartan, as a warrior in training, as someone for whom discipline is non-negotiable, your behavior automatically aligns. The Spartans understood this from birth. A Spartan boy wasn't told to try to be brave or work on being disciplined. He was a Spartan. That identity was forged into him through the agoge, their brutal education system from age 7 onward. The identity came first, the behavior followed. The identity rebuild protocol. First, you need to execute what I call an identity audit. Right now, finish this sentence in your mind. I am someone who. What comes next? Be honest. Do you say, I am someone who struggles with consistency? I am someone who can't wake up early? I am someone who always gives up? These identity statements are invisible prison bars. Every time you say, "I'm just not a morning person," you're reinforcing the cage. Every time you say, "I've never been good at sticking to things," you're locking yourself in. Here's the Spartan reframe. You are not discovering who you are. You are deciding who you are. Identity is not fate. It's a choice reinforced through action. Forging your Spartan identity. Choose 3 identity pillars, not goals, identities. For example, I am a guardian of my attention. I am someone who honors my word to myself. I am a warrior in training. You write them down, but here's the critical part. You don't earn these identities by achieving some future goal. You claim them now, and then you prove them through small acts of evidence. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Notice the order. First the identity, then the action. Every single day, you need identity reinforcement rituals. Before your feet hit the floor in the morning, you speak your 3 pillars out loud. You don't think them, you speak them. Why? Because words have weight. The Spartans didn't whisper their battle cries, they roared them to activate their warrior state. But speaking isn't enough. You need micro-evidence, tiny actions that prove your identity. If you're someone who honors their word to themselves, then when you say you'll work out at 6 a.m., you work out at 6 a.m. Not because you feel like it, because your identity demands it. Here's what most people miss. You don't need to make massive changes. You need to make aligned changes. 1 push-up is evidence. Drinking water instead of soda is evidence. Getting out of bed on the first alarm is evidence. The Spartans built their warrior identity through 1,000 small disciplines. They didn't become warriors in one dramatic moment. They became warriors through daily acts of alignment between who they said they were and what they actually did. The identity shield in action. Here's where the outer armor protects you. When temptation comes, when Netflix calls, when the snooze button whispers, when the donuts at work look amazing, you don't fight with willpower. You simply ask, what would someone with my identity do right now? This isn't motivational. This is structural. You've built an identity architecture that makes the decision for you. A Spartan warrior at Thermopylae didn't debate whether to hold the line. His identity as a Spartan made retreat impossible. Not because he was superhuman, but because the identity armor was so thick that breaking it would mean breaking himself. That's layer 1, your outer armor, your identity shield. But identity alone isn't enough, because even the strongest identity can crack under sustained assault from your environment. That's why you need the second layer.
Layer 2, the middle armor, environmental engineering. The middle layer is your tactical positioning. It's the armor that protects you from a simple truth. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. The Stoics were obsessed with this concept. Seneca wrote extensively about removing yourself from corrupting influences. He said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. But it goes deeper than just people. Your entire environment, physical, digital, social, is either building your discipline or destroying it. Think about ancient Sparta. The entire city-state was designed to produce warriors. The food was simple to prevent luxury, the beds were hard to build toughness, the social structure reinforced martial values at every turn. A Spartan didn't need exceptional willpower because his environment made discipline the path of least resistance. Now look at your environment. Be honest, is your phone next to your bed flooding you with dopamine hits before you've even opened your eyes? Is your kitchen stocked with junk food that requires willpower to avoid? Are your friends people who celebrate mediocrity and mock your ambitions? You're not weak, you're just fighting your environment with willpower, and that's a battle you'll always lose. the environmental warfare strategy. Environmental engineering has 3 combat zones: physical space, digital space, and social space. You must fortify all 3. Physical space fortification. The Spartans believed that a warrior's environment should remind him of his purpose. Every aspect of their physical world reinforced who they were. Your space should do the same. This isn't about motivation posters, it's about friction engineering. Make your desired behaviors frictionless and your undesired behaviors difficult. Want to work out in the morning? Sleep in your workout clothes. Put your shoes next to your bed. Keep your water bottle filled and ready. Remove every micro decision, every point of friction. Want to stop mindless eating? Don't keep junk food in the house. Not because you can't control yourself, but because you're intelligent enough to know that willpower is a finite resource. Why waste it on fighting Oreos at 10 p.m. when you could simply not have Oreos in the house? The ancient Stoics practiced what they called premeditation malorum, the premeditation of evils. They visualized obstacles before they arrived. You need to do this with your environment. Walk through your typical day mentally and identify every point where your environment is sabotaging you. That app on your phone that sucks away hours? Delete it. Not use it less, delete it. That chair where you always collapse and scroll? Move it. That drawer full of candy? Empty it. This isn't restriction, this is tactical superiority. You're arranging the battlefield so victory is inevitable. Digital space warfare. Your digital environment is a battlefield, and right now, you're losing. Every app on your phone is engineered by teams of psychologists whose job is to steal your attention and sell it to advertisers. Every notification is a spear aimed at your focus. Every algorithm is designed to keep you scrolling, watching, clicking. The Spartans would look at your phone and see it as a weapon being used against you. Here's the protocol. Execute a digital purge. Go through your phone right now, not later, now, and delete every app that doesn't serve your identity. Social media, games, news apps that just feed you anxiety and rage. But I need them for work. No, you need access to them. Install website blockers, use app timers, put them in folders that require multiple clicks to access. Make distraction difficult. Your phone should be a tool you use, not a weapon used against you. And here's the nuclear option. Turn off all notifications except calls and texts from actual humans you care about. Every other notification is an attack on your attention. The Spartans didn't let random soldiers from the enemy army stroll into their camp whenever they felt like it. Why are you letting apps interrupt your focus hundreds of times per day? Social space strategy. The philosopher Epictetus said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." This is perhaps the most difficult layer because it involves people you care about. But here's the harsh truth. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 people celebrate mediocrity, mock discipline, and pull you toward comfort, you're not being mean by creating distance, you're being strategic. The Spartans didn't train alone. They trained in units, in brotherhoods, where every man reinforced the warrior code in every other man. They knew that courage is contagious, but so is cowardice. You need a Spartan brotherhood, even if it's just one other person who shares your values, who calls you out when you slip, who celebrates your wins without jealousy. But you also need to create distance from people who drain you. This doesn't mean being cruel, it means being selective with your time and energy. You can love someone and still limit how much influence they have over your daily life. Create an environment scorecard. List every regular environment you inhabit: your home, your workplace, your gym, your friend groups, your digital spaces. Rate each one honestly. Is this environment making discipline easier or harder? Then systematically upgrade each one. This isn't a weekend project, this is a campaign that might take months, but every improvement is another plate in your armor. Here's what happens. When your environment is engineered correctly, discipline stops being a battle. It becomes the default. Your outer armor, identity, tells you who you are, and your middle armor, environment, makes living that identity effortless. But there's still one layer missing, because even with a strong identity and a fortified environment, there will be moments when everything falls apart, when you're exhausted, when life delivers a crisis, when the enemy breaks through your outer defenses. That's when you need the third layer.
Layer 3. The inner armor. The Stoic core protocol. The inner layer is your last stand. It's the citadel that cannot fall. And it's built on ancient Stoic philosophy, the mental fortress that made Marcus Aurelius unshakable while ruling an empire, that made Epictetus free even as a slave, that made Seneca calm even facing execution. This is your Stoic core, your inner armor, and it operates on 3 ancient principles that are even more powerful in 2026 than they were 2,000 years ago. Principle 1. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught the most important lesson in Stoicism. Some things are in our control and others not. Seems simple, but actually living this principle is the difference between inner peace and constant suffering. The Spartans at Thermopylae couldn't control the size of the Persian army. They couldn't control the terrain. They couldn't control whether they would survive. But they could control their discipline, their courage, their willingness to stand when everything said run. In your life, you can't control whether you get the job, whether people like you, whether the economy crashes, whether your genetics gave you the body you want. You can't control other people's opinions, the weather, traffic, or 99% of what happens to you. What you can control, your effort, your response, your standards, your character, your next action. Every single moment of stress in your life comes from trying to control what you can't control, or from neglecting what you can. The daily dichotomy practice. Every morning, as part of your identity ritual, ask yourself, what's in my control today? Not what do I want to happen, what's in your control? You control whether you work out. You control whether you eat the food that serves your goals. You control whether you do the work you committed to. You control your response when someone cuts you off in traffic. Write down 3 things in your control today, not outcomes, actions. Then, throughout the day, when anxiety rises, when frustration builds, ask, is this in my control? If yes, act. If no, release. This is the inner armor working. You're not being apathetic, you're being strategic with your energy. The Spartans didn't waste energy worrying about the size of the enemy army. They focused entirely on what they could control, their formation, their discipline, their courage. Principle 2. Amor fati, love of fate. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." This is amor fati, the love of fate. Not passive acceptance, but active transformation of every obstacle into fuel. The Spartans practiced a brutal form of this. When a Spartan boy was caught stealing food, which he was expected to do to learn resourcefulness, he wasn't punished for stealing, he was punished for getting caught. The obstacle, hunger, scarcity, was turned into training. In your life, every obstacle is either destroying you or forging you. The choice isn't what happens, it's how you metabolize it. Lost your job? That's either the beginning of your downward spiral or the catalyst that forces you to finally start that business you've been too comfortable to pursue. Got rejected? That's either proof you're not good enough or valuable data showing you where to improve. Same event, different interpretation, different outcome. The obstacle alchemy practice.
When something goes wrong, and something will go wrong today, your inner armor activates with 3 questions. What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? What opportunity is hidden in this? Not fake positivity, real alchemy. The Stoics believed that the obstacle is the way, that every problem contains the seeds of its own solution. Your flight gets canceled? You've been given unexpected time. What will you do with it? Your relationship ends? You've been given clarity and a chance to rebuild yourself into someone stronger. You fail publicly? You've been given permission to try without the weight of a perfect reputation. This is the inner armor protecting you from despair, because with amor fati, nothing can break you. Everything is raw material for your growth. Principle 3, memento mori, remember death. The Spartans didn't fear death because they remembered it constantly. A Spartan mother handing her son his shield before battle would say, "Come back with this or on it. Death or victory, no middle ground." Marcus Aurelius every morning would remind himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't morbid. This is the most clarifying force in the universe. You have limited time. Not someday limited, limited right now. You might have decades, or you might have days. You don't know. Every morning you wake up angry about small things. Every evening you waste scrolling. Every day you procrastinate on what matters. That's not bad time management. That's forgetting you're going to die. The memento mori practice. Every night before sleep, visualize this. Imagine this was your last day. Imagine you got the news you have 1 week left. How would you feel about how you spent today? Would you be proud of the discipline you showed? Would you regret the hours you wasted? Would you be satisfied with how you treated people, with the work you did, with the person you were? This isn't meant to create anxiety. It's meant to create clarity. Because when you remember death, the trivial falls away. The distractions lose their power. The excuses sound pathetic. The Spartans were the most disciplined warriors in history, not because they had superhuman willpower, but because they lived with death as a constant companion. It made every moment matter, every training session, every choice. You have the same tool. Use it. The inner armor integration. These 3 principles, dichotomy of control, amor fati, memento mori, form your inner citadel. They're not just concepts, they're protocols you activate daily. Morning, dichotomy of control. Throughout the day, amor fati, transform every obstacle into growth. Night, memento mori, measure the day against your mortality. This is the armor that protected Marcus Aurelius through plague, war, betrayal, and the weight of an empire. This is the armor that made Epictetus free even in chains. This is the armor that made the Spartans unbreakable. And now it's yours.
The integration, how the 3 layers work together. Here's where the real power emerges. Each layer of armor protects you from different attacks, but together they create an impenetrable system. Your outer armor, your identity, tells you who you are. When you wake up, before doubt can creep in, you speak your identity pillars. I am a guardian of my attention. I am someone who honors my word to myself. I am a warrior in training. Your middle armor, your environment, makes living that identity effortless. Your phone is in another room. Your workout clothes are ready. Your space reinforces your standards. The path of least resistance is the disciplined path. Your inner armor, your stoic core, protects you when everything else fails. When motivation vanishes, when life delivers a crisis, when your outer defenses are breached. You activate the dichotomy of control, transform obstacles through amor fati, and remember your mortality through memento mori. A Spartan warrior didn't rely on one thing. He had his shield, outer defense, his armor, middle protection, and his training, inner strength. You have the same system now. The Daily Integration Protocol. Let me give you the exact daily protocol that integrates all 3 layers. Morning activation, 10 minutes. Wake up before touching your phone, before checking anything external. Speak your 3 identity pillars out loud. Ask, what's in my control today? Write down 3 things. Do 1 immediate micro-action that proves your identity. 10 push-ups, cold water on face, make your bed. This activates all 3 layers simultaneously. Identity declared, environment set, inner armor engaged. Throughout the day, every time you face a decision point, snooze alarm, skip workout, check phone, eat poorly, procrastinate, don't rely on motivation. Activate your armor. Ask, what would someone with my identity do? Outer armor. Check, is my environment supporting or sabotaging this? Middle armor. Question, is this in my control? How can I transform this? Would I regret this on my last day? Memento mori. The decision becomes automatic, not because you're superhuman, but because you've built a system that makes discipline inevitable. Evening review, 5 minutes. Before sleep, review, did I honor my identity today? Where was I strong? Where did I slip? Improve, what 1 environmental change can I make tomorrow to make discipline easier? Reflect, if this was my last day, would I be proud? Memento mori. This isn't journaling for therapy. This is after-action review. It's what the Spartans did after training. Identify weaknesses, reinforce strengths, prepare for tomorrow. Battle testing your armor. The 30-day Spartan challenge. Theory is worthless. The only thing that matters is whether this works when life gets hard. Here's your challenge. 30 days of total integration. Choose 1 behavior that you've failed at repeatedly, not 5 behaviors, 1. Maybe it's working out every day. Maybe it's eliminating sugar. Maybe it's writing for an hour daily. Maybe it's going to bed by 10 p.m. For 30 days, you're going to apply all 3 layers of armor to that 1 behavior. Day 1 to 7, build the identity. Define your identity around this behavior. Create your identity statement. Speak it every morning. Stack 1 piece of micro-evidence daily. Day 8 to 14, engineer the environment. Eliminate every point of friction for your desired behavior. Add friction to the competing behaviors. Audit your physical, digital, and social space. Make 1 environmental upgrade every day. Days 15 to 21, forge the inner core. Practice dichotomy of control around this behavior daily. When obstacles arise, practice amor fati. Every night, apply memento mori to this commitment. Days 22 through 30, integration and escalation. All 3 layers working simultaneously. When you slip, you will. Use it as evidence that you need stronger armor, not that you're weak. By day 30, this behavior should feel almost automatic. The Spartans trained for years, but they built their discipline through focused, intensive periods of conditioning. 30 days of total commitment to one behavior, protected by 3 layers of armor, will rewire your brain. Why does this work when other approaches fail? Because you're not relying on motivation. You're not fighting yourself with willpower. You're building an architecture that makes discipline the path of least resistance.
Addressing the breakdowns. What to do when you fail. You will fail. Let me say that again. You will fail. The Spartans lost battles. Marcus Aurelius made mistakes. Seneca struggled. Epictetus faced crushing setbacks. The armor doesn't make you perfect. It makes you anti-fragile, able to grow stronger from damage. When you fail, when you skip the workout, break the diet, waste the day, most people do one of 2 things. They beat themselves up and spiral into shame, or they make excuses and pretend it doesn't matter. Both reactions are poison. The Stoic response is different. When you fail, you 1. Acknowledge without judgment. I didn't do what I said I would do. Not, I am a piece of garbage. Just the fact. 2. Investigate the armor breach. Which layer failed? Was it identity? I didn't truly believe I was that person. Environment? The friction was too high. Inner core? I let what I couldn't control derail what I could. 3. Repair and reinforce. Don't just try harder. Fix the specific layer that broke. Add more environmental support. Strengthen the identity through micro-evidence. Deepen the Stoic practice. 4. Return immediately. The next moment is a chance to prove your identity. Not tomorrow, not Monday, the next moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your failure isn't the end of discipline. It's raw material for building stronger armor. The Spartans learned more from the battles they lost than the battles they won. So will you.
The larger mission, why this matters beyond you. I want to end with something the Spartans understood deeply. Discipline isn't just about you. When you build discipline, when you forge your armor, you don't just improve your own life, you become a model. You become proof that it's possible. You become a person others can rely on. The Spartans knew that one disciplined warrior made the whole phalanx stronger, that their discipline protected not just themselves, but their brothers, their families, their city. In 2026, we live in a world that's engineered to make you weak, distracted, dependent, and mediocre. Every app, every algorithm, every advertisement is designed to steal your attention, sell you comfort, and keep you passive. When you build discipline in this environment, you're not just improving yourself, you're resisting. You're proving that humans can still be strong in a world designed to make them weak. Your children are watching how you live. Your friends are watching whether you do what you say. The world is watching whether one more person surrenders to the drift or stands firm. The Spartans at Thermopylae knew they would probably die. They stood anyway, not because they would personally benefit, but because their stand would echo through history, inspiring others to be brave when it mattered. Your discipline is your stand. The 3 layers of armor, identity, environment, and Stoic core are your weapons. The daily protocol is your training. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be superhuman. You just need to be someone who builds their armor daily, who repairs it when it breaks, who stands when it would be easier to run.
Final transmission. Your orders. You now have the complete system.
The three-layer armor method isn't theory anymore. It's your operational protocol. Your orders are simple. Define your 3 identity pillars today, not tomorrow, today. Audit your environment this week. Identify the 3 biggest points of friction and eliminate them. Choose your Stoic practice and begin it tomorrow morning. Dichotomy of control, amor fati, or memento mori. Select your 30-day challenge behavior and commit. The Spartans didn't wait for the perfect moment to start training. They started at age 7 and never stopped. You don't need to wait either. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You have the power. You have the system. You have the armor. Now forge it. Train your mind. Conquer yourself. This is Mental Spartan. This is the way. Remember, discipline is not something you find. It's something you build, layer by layer, day by day, action by action. The armor doesn't appear in one moment. It's forged through 1,000 small choices, each one adding another plate of protection. You are not waiting to become disciplined. You are becoming disciplined right now, in this moment, with the next decision you make. The Spartans didn't become warriors by accident. They became warriors by design. You are the designer of your discipline. Begin.